Hello, hello, hello.
That's your opening? Hello, hello.
Oh, no.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Was I doing the opening? Okay.
What a way to start a show. Hello, hello, hello. Brilliant. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I didn't realize we started.
This is London calling. This is London calling.
Wake up. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Till Death Do Us Pod with me, Tove Lee.
I mean, Michael Lee.
You can't. People who are watching can't see you.
People watch this?
Well, you know.
There we
yes.
go.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good. We've had some very good shows recently.
We really have. I'm just like loving the shine. Do you like the shine?
It's very shiny. What have you done?
I know.
Sort of buttermilk.
Wait, I just want to say to anybody listening out there, we have a new Instagram page. Called the podcast page, Till Death Do Us Pod, which I thought made us really kind of.
It was available. No one else had taken it on Instagram.
No one. I know.
Wonder why.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Is it really a bad name?
No,
it's
a good name.
Yes. So spring is in the air. Mm-hmm. Blossom all around.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, right? The sneakers are out. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying life.
Sneakers.
Well,
Snickers. Snickers bars?
No.
The chocolate's certainly been out in spring as well. It's Easter.
Is true. That is
Easter
true.
was an excuse to stuff your face with more chocolate. Christmas is allowed. Easter. Whoever made up the Easter bunny in eggs became chocolate eggs, and I mean the amount of chocolate eggs in supermarkets is extraordinary.
But they're just not tasty, you know. I don't know. Chocolate these days is just not what it used to be. I bought on eBay a sort of a review of a cookbook, and I've forgotten who the cook is now, which is quite embarrassing. Quite well-known British thing. And I bought this book. I've been using it, and it's called fast food under 30 minutes, but using good food stuff that's in the house. And as you know, you've been sampling my cod and parsley sauce. I made a very, very nice scrambled egg with Gruyere cheese and chives. Which
anyway,
the kids
didn't like.
Were holding their noses.
It was quite rich. It was quite rich. And he does a thing about snacking. Right. And again, I was a bit like, really? He sort of said, it's extraordinary what people pass off as chocolate. All the normal chocolate in the supermarket should not be called chocolate. It should be called candy because it has so little chocolate in it. It's mainly milk powder, fat, and sugar. Literally. So I was a bit like, whatever. So he recommended a couple of pure ones, which I've ordered.
Oh, of course you have.
I've ordered for
Mike's solution to any problem in the world, by the way, is to just buy things from eBay or Amazon.
But I thought it'd be good, healthy chocolate.
I mean, we have 3 dogs and we have a 2-leash dog, and I was under the impression we can just buy a 3rd leash to hook. And Mike looked at it and realized he can't. So his solution was to go out and buy a completely new leash.
Triple leash.
We've got like a gazillion leashes in the house. And I just went, oh, why don't you do this? And I just attached
a single leash
to the double leash.
I didn't think about it.
Didn't even think about it. Your solution is to just buy more shit. Anyway, moving on from that. We have a great show today.
We do.
We don't have a guest, which is like a real change
unusual.
for us, right? I've been enjoying having guests on. Yeah. So this is what happened. We're going to talk about stupid things kids argue about, because kids argue about the most stupid things. Plus, I felt like we really needed to do a parenting. Are you okay? Are you having a heart attack?
For a little while. It's a little bit hoarse.
Very, very husky. I thought it would make sense to make a parenting show, since we are rating quite high in the parenting
in
category.
Big in Estonia.
Yeah, no, also in England. But all we talk about is like dildos and porn, which is kind of odd.
It's very unparenting
to be in the parenting category. So we thought, let's do a parenting show. And we're going to talk about stupid things kids argue about.
Yeah, because there's been some doozies recently in our house, wasn't there?
I mean, the other day, our kids, listen to this, Mike, very lovely, thought about this, had booked them miniature golf session.
Yeah, because they break up from half term next week. And for those of you in the UK know, things are easing with lockdown. So outdoor activities are opening up.
Yes.
So I thought it'd be a really nice thing to do. I went online, crazy golf, outdoors. Great. So
literally the first,
probably great news. Day after we break up, 10 a.m. Tea time. We're on the tee. Crazy golf. Now the reaction should be great.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. And what was the reply?
Thank you, Daddy. No,
the
reply was, them arguing over who is going to hold the pen and paper.
Well, not even a pen, a pencil. Yeah, the little
pencil, yeah, and paper that they give to take the scores. And so they basically were having an argument in the future.
Who's going to hold that for next
in
week?
9 days' time? Yeah, who will hold a freaking pen in 9 days' time? And that really pushed me over the edge. I got to be honest. Like I was like, this is incredible, you know. So I went on my Instagram and did a whole story about how I can't take the kids' arguments anymore. And then people started sending in their messages, which just blew my mind. So we've copied some of them, and I want to read a few out. So this is from our followers, right? This was great. Lots of people saying this. Mine argue over who is looking out whose window in the car.
Wow.
Just like, yeah. But car arguments are like a classic,
so
right?
that's my window. You can't look at it.
Yeah.
That's my window.
Yeah, that's my window. But you know, in the car, it's all about like, don't look at me. She looked at me. It's like, Lots
We've
of
barely
arguments.
been in the car because of lockdown, because we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So we haven't had many of those of late, have we?
No, but you know what we've done now, guys? Listen, to whoever listening now. I don't know about you, but this is what I do now. Leaving the house is a recipe for arguments. Like there's so many arguments just in those 10 minutes till you get out the door, right? So I've now said, like, if we're taking the car, I'll go, don't speak. Just the rule is...
This is just to me.
Yeah. You cannot speak until we're sitting in the car and you're buckled up. Like, don't speak, right? Don't say anything. Somebody else said, mine is an only child, so they argue with me instead. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, they argue with us as well.
Makes sense. This is another one you've had written, which is a great one.
Yeah.
Me and my brother used to fight over cereal to the point our mum would buy and label separate boxes of the same cereal.
Oh my God, wow.
Their own personal cereal.
But this is so annoying. They don't know how to share anymore. Our kids love popcorn, right? So you know how in the movies, or even I think when we were little, you'd get like a big bowl of popcorn and the entire family would share it, right? We can't do that in our house. Like there would be carnage, chaos, like they'd be killing each other, right? So they have to get individual bowls of popcorn. We're raising horrible people.
We are. We're raising monsters.
We're raising horrible people. Oh my God. We also got a lot of people saying that their kids fight over who will push the elevator button.
Oh, we get that.
Oh,
one.
God.
Do you remember when we go away?
I think now it's less bad. Do you think it's still
but
a
the
thing?
one the kids do when they're a certain age and they push all the buttons.
Oh, no.
And like you're in a rush somewhere and they for goodness sake.
Wait, but this lady adds, push the button. We live on the 5th floor, so it's every fucking time. That's like so annoying. Yeah. I love this one. My girls once argued over whose poop was in the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? That made you cringe? Why? Hello?
Anything to do with
you
poop.
just went quiet. How strange. Let me see what else. My kids fight over the stupidest shit too. Once they forgot over who was going to walk out of the house first when we left the house. I love that. Who was going to walk out the house first?
Yeah.
Somebody said to me, by the way, can I just say, as I was sharing some of these examples, somebody messaged me and she said, it's great that they're arguing. They learn how to argue in a safe environment where they can test like their boundaries and kind of develop those skills of negotiation, whatever. You should just make yourself a cup of tea and sit back and sort of like, and that's the thing. I think that I get too involved in the arguments.
We do. Yeah.
I just can't cope with it.
Because it's the noise.
Yes, the noise. I know.
Have a quiet argument.
Yes, that's
so what that woman is saying is that when he's 30, some boy will still be pushing the elevator buttons, but will know how to argue about it to this stranger that's getting quite annoyed.
Well, I don't know, but maybe what it means is that they should. It's a skill. It's a skill to learn even how to argue, isn't it?
I understand. I get the thing about let them get on with it and all that, but and I do try and zone out. I'll be there. I'll be reading the paper, or whatever, and they'll be in the lounge screaming, shouting. It's the aftermath. It's the one steaming upstairs crying. So you've still got that time of what happened, who said that, blah blah blah. It's time consuming.
Yes.
Is my point.
It's very time
rather than nip it in the butt. Shut up!
But it's not just that. It's how stupid stupid the topics are.
Yeah.
Because you almost feel... Yeah, because you feel like, okay, at least argue about something like meaningful. I'm sorry, this sounds horrible because obviously it's very meaningful to them. But is it? For example, I have a picture of my son crying hysterically because his sister took an imaginary bite of his imaginary cake. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when they're obviously really upset about it, but you're like, but there was no fucking cake. Do you know what I mean?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, right?
Wow, that is extraordinary. What can you do about that?
Exactly.
I mean, the other thing that obviously kids argue about a lot, and we get, is the television. It's the remote control.
Oh, who holds the remote? Who fucking cares?
Our eldest now is so paranoid about her getting the remote. They'll go to bed. They'll go do something else. They'll take the remote. I'll then come down. Finally, I get to put the news on. I'll spend 20 minutes wandering around the lounge. Where's the remote? Where's the remote? Go up. Where's the remote? Oh, I hid it. Why? So they didn't get it. Where is it? And then she'll have to come down and show me she's hidden it under the sofa.
No, but it's gotten so bad now that the other day, her sister was saying, "Where's the remote? You hidden it," and she literally lifted up her top to go look. It's nowhere. Like they frisk search each other now. Like that's how bad it's become. You know, she's hidden it in some really good places, by the way.
Oh, really?
Really good places. Because I'm awful at hiding things. You know, I've got like my 1-2 go places, and they've hidden it in some really extraordinary places. You know, so at least they have a good imagination.
You got a long story here. That was
where
on this one here.
Go on, you read it then.
I haven't. Okay, I mean I haven't read this. I heard this is. Excuse me, I'll try my voice.
We're recording a podcast and you keep clearing your throat.
Sorry,
honestly.
I do apologise, everyone. I do apologise, listener. I bought... sorry, it's not a long story. It's just little quotes. Sorry, people have sent stuff in. Sorry, this is Valeria. I brought home new backpacks for my kids and they fought over who got which one. They are identical backpacks.
Wow. Classic.
Yeah. There's a lot about invisible objects. Yeah. Invisible objects is a big thing. My kids fight over who gets to tell me the light tone green when we're driving. They both watch the red light and scream green, and then fight over who said it first. My kids were reading this is Amy. My kids were reading the Guinness Book of World Records one day and fought over whose birth year had more shark deaths.
Oh my god! Wow.
John, last week my kids fought over what we were going to name our pet cow.
Wow.
We don't have a pet cow.
Yes. Oh, so good. That is so funny. My kids fight over who gets which plate at dinner, the yellow one or the yellow one. Yes, you read it right. They are both yellow plates. Wow. But what do you think it is then? What is it? Obviously not about the yellow plate. What is it?
I'm no psychologist.
What is it?
There's some kind of development going on there, isn't
there? It is. So I think maybe that lady actually got it right. It's about developing a skill, right? A skill of debate.
Is it a skill? Would you call it a skill?
No.
Which is a really annoying trait.
So annoying. I don't know, but I mean, honestly, I don't know, like it's so weird. It's so weird. Do you have another one?
No, I'm just going through them. There's a lot of stuff that people don't own, and lots of invisible arguments. Yeah. Lots of invisible arguments. No, there's one of my kids was quietly singing "Happy Birthday" song to herself in the car. As soon as she finished, her brother leaned over and blew. She wailed because he'd just blown out her imaginary candles. Wow. There's a lot of imaginary stuff.
That's so funny.
Which I suppose is a way of developing.
While in the bath last night, my kids made a fake YouTube video reviewing bath slime and then fought over who had the better... What is that? Non-existent merch page.
Wow.
Oh my god. Can I just say something though? I feel like after reading some of these that our kids aren't that bad. Is that an awful thing to say? At least they're fighting over... I mean, they are fighting about things that will happen in the future, but at least they're things that are really going to happen in the future rather than, you know...
you and your brother and sister, did they fight?
Oh God, we had loads of really awful fights. Like we got quite physical. I don't know. Do kids still...
Can you tell the car story?
Wait, do kids still beat each other up these days? Do you think, like, siblings?
Yeah, of course they do.
I mean, our kids aren't so bad. Like, I know a little... there's been a few little moments. It's got better lately. It's got better, right? But they're not awful. We had proper physical fights. Did you guys have physical fights?
No. I mean, I used to bully my brother.
I just love how you said that. I used to bully my brother.
Not in a violent way. I had to ask him. I have no memory of being physical with him. I used to throw his toys, out the window, and he had to run out the garden to get them. But never. I don't remember punching my brother at any stage.
Yeah, I was like horrible. I think me and my brother were physical. He's 2 years younger than me. I don't remember with my sister, but I think I was like a really mean big sister, looking back, obviously.
Have you told the car story before on the show? I can't remember.
My brother?
With your brother in the car.
Yeah, I don't remember why I told it, but I did tell it. Yeah, I did. But that's not like, that's older. That's like older teenager. We were both, No, but I'm thinking like as young kids, this type of arguments and bickering, I don't remember bickering with them so much, but maybe you just don't remember. Do you know what I mean? You just don't remember.
Yeah.
But I also definitely know that my parents were not as involved as we are.
So they let you get on with it.
Yes.
So
and also this is the thing that we always find quite intriguing. I don't know what other people think about this, but I don't understand why our kids want to spend that much time with us. Like I know everybody's saying, oh, you're going to miss it one day. Oh, and somebody did write in and say, oh, my kids are now big and they've left and I remember those days. It's really annoying, but to be honest, I miss it. Like I now miss it. So there's always that, like, oh, will you miss it one day? Having that kind of noise and having that kind of, energy in the house. I don't know. But our parents, we would go off outside by ourselves and I suppose do that or in our rooms. Our kids just follow us around.
On top of us.
On top of us the whole time.
You'll go in the morning, and I'm sure this is the same for many, many parents out there. You'll go in the morning. They'll share a room. That they're sort of the age where they like to share a room. You'll go in the morning to get them up. They're invariably, at least one of them's up, probably all of them up. They start talking from the second they wake up. Not like adults, where yawn, it takes a while.
I think all kids are like that.
They don't shut up.
I think all kids are like that. And can I just say that day with the argument about the golf, I think it got to me more than it probably normally would have, is because it's because I woke up that day and they were all standing around me, and I could tell by their faces that they were just waiting for me to open my eyes just enough so they can just start moaning. They were all full of complaints, full of moans.
It saved them up.
It's like, wait a minute. And then you open your eyes and you're like, good morning. Well, she did this and I did that. And you just go, oh my God, this is like my good morning, So
we've got, everyone's got half term, Easter holidays coming up. So most of us, obviously kids have got, presumably around the world, the same Easter. We've all got this to come.
But I actually have to say, when I don't mind that so much. I'm actually really looking forward to that because I'm looking forward to taking some time off, and I feel like when I do take time off, I have more patience for the stuff that I usually don't have patience for because I can just engage in that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think the struggle is somebody asked me today, can you give me some tips for how to be patient with my kids? And I was like, no, sorry.
They asked you?
Yeah, they asked me exactly. I was like, I have no tips because I'm not very patient with my kids, and I'm not very patient in general as a person. But I do find it easier to be patient when I'm not working. Like if I'm time off,
of course,
and I can just focus on, I'm just living, I'm just being with my kids, I'm just family time, I'm good. It's when I have to juggle is where the lack of patience shines through.
No, absolutely. You know? And
yeah. Okay. Well, this was fun, I think, right? I don't know. Do you want to read another one or not? Or I don't know.
I think so. I think we've sort of come out with the best ones.
Really. Yeah. Well, anyway, apparently everybody... oh, God. Just one last. My daughter once started crying in the car to turn off the sun. And my oldest replied, no. So she screamed, I said, turn it off. And he screamed out, I won't. Wailing fit for throwing. What does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, so they argued about turning off the sun.
Cars are the worst. We again, our kids are very scared of the smallest fly.
Oh God!
I had it yesterday. Put them up from school.
Oh really?
Smallest fly.
I thought we recovered from the fear of flies.
They don't like bugs. They really.
Yeah. But a fly.
But they're not like it's a wasp or bumblebee. These are like tiny flies.
But you know what I feel like as a family? We're quite a high dramatic family. Like there's no one in the family that's the calming sort of figure. You sort of like feel like in other families, you've got one's that calm one's an introvert, one's that, we're all dramatic in this family. All of us in our different ways. You're like really calm in certain ways, but then when you make food, it's like scary to talk to you.
I have to concentrate.
You're so concentrated in the food. So if I'll say the tiniest thing, you're so snappy in your response. It's over the top, right? True. And we all have our like little dramas. So there's nobody. If something happens in our house, it goes from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. It's like.
But it's funny though.
Everybody. I mean, it's funny, I guess.
We do find it funny, though. We do embrace it.
Yes, we do embrace it. This is true. We're not trying to change or improve or make ourselves better anyway. Absolutely. Well, anyway, this was fun. Thank you so much for listening.
Leave a review, please.
Please do.
iTunes.
And iTunes, yes, and
Spotify,
subscribe,
and
and go follow us on Instagram now. Officially, we've got an Instagram page.
What will the Instagram page be doing?
Till Deaf Do Us Pod.
What will it be doing?
Well, I'm hoping that soon we're gonna
pictures of us just pictures wearing different shirts.
Yes, exactly. Well, it'll be the official page of the podcast. So,
I think I say what it should be? Those of you out there to follow it. If we're talking about certain things, certain images and whatever, please put yours up. Please share your images around whatever.
What does that mean?
Thing. Oh no, we're talking about arguing in cars. So next time your kids are arguing, I'll take a photo or video, put it on our Instagram.
I see what you mean. Okay.
So we start building these themes up. You're looking at me like, no, that's a really shit idea.
No, I love how Mike tells me how to do Instagram. It's just really inspiring. Thank you. That's so funny. No, but it's a good idea. We'll look into it.
That means no. Don't call us, we'll call you.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, well, thanks for listening.
Have a good week, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Bye.